Yo,
Hey, we're going live.
we're going live. I really like that intro, man. Thanks for putting that together. That's awesome.
Yeah, no worries. I tried adjusting it a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to go back and adjust the tempo in one spot. It seemed like it went a little bit faster and then slowed back down. I don't know. I'm not. It was one of my first iMovie kind of experiences, so we'll see.
Cool, man. You did better than I would do.
Yeah, it's actually relatively simple if once you get into it, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we're kind of on a cliffhanger today. I guess it's just me and Cali for now. I think one of the Brad let us know that he wouldn't be on today. He's got something he's wrapped up doing, and hopefully Alex will pop on here soon and we'll go from there. But I guess we left it at a cliffhanger last week too, where we had someone come on and ask us what our next step was or what our future goals were. So we were going to discuss that today. So what's your next thing, Cali? What do you got going on?
Yeah, well, first of all, just kind of introduce myself. Cali Braithwaite out of the GTA, mostly focusing on right now flips and some assignments, wholesaling, a lot of JV partnerships, trying to create wealth for friends, family, and just for anyone who's tuning in for the first time, if you haven't tuned in before, I always like to give a quick little intro as to how we got started and what the show is all about. So normally there's 4 of us here. We're all in the same mastermind, and we have like the same mentors and coaches. And one of the things that we were struggling with was our social media presence, which is something that is like extremely beneficial in the real estate investing world that we all have kind of entered into. So we decided, instead of going individually and going live and letting people know what we're up to, we said, you know what, it's probably a lot easier if we just use each other and kind of piggyback off each other. And this is how we started. And every week now, this is what we're doing. Say hello to my boy Alexandru Mustatia.
Oh my
brother?
God! You actually you nailed the pronunciation, brother.
Hey man, Google, man. I got Google Translate to help me out, brother.
That's awesome.
You can find out everything online nowadays.
Was it spelled?
But yeah, just hey.
Was it phonetically spelled when you saw it?
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Mustatia.
yeah. It was the sound that I went by. But anyway, yeah. So that's basically what the show is, or the live is all about, guys. And it's something that we encourage everybody who is watching, listening, to just put in some comments. Give us your feedback. It always helps as far as topics go. Things to we want to make this like interactive as possible and keep people involved, right? So yeah, Alex, you're just jumping on. So today, Shawn was just introduced the topic of last week's cliffhanger was, what are our future goals? And Shawn, I think that was like real estate focused, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely real estate focused, and I think it's was basically what's next, right? And I think that's what people were asking, was like, okay, so we all have experience in investing, and we're all kind of at a higher level in our mastermind too. And I think a lot of people, and especially new investors, are wondering, what we've gotten to where we're at now. What's next? Like, what's our next goal? What's our next mountain to climb, so to speak?
Right.
Yeah.
Alex, you want to introduce yourself, and then we can start answering that. Just so you hopped on here, give you a shout out to the big U.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. No, so Cali's nailed the pronunciation. Alexandru Mustatia. From Hamilton, Ontario. I'm an active real estate investor, primarily focused on flips and duplex conversions. That's been my experience. I'm actually currently in a project, in a property right now, that I'm gonna undergo a duplex conversion. Just here with my real estate agent, because I need her input on what makes sense as far as the layout modifications. this one in particular was actually a very interesting project in that it's going to be a duplex conversion, but it's also going to allow eventually for a third garden suite once the municipality passes that bylaw. So it actually it does have a very sizable garage that I'm going to be transforming into a third unit. But to that point, like I don't know if I really necessarily need to take it one unit at a time increase, but as far as let's say the near goals would be multifamily, the burr concept, but at a larger scale. So I can kind of see that as being my next go-to, and I'm happy that the more units involved, the less I get to do myself. There's some aspects of this that no matter how hard I try, I probably won't be able to get away from doing a little bit of the work myself, just to more or less strategic demo to identify what makes sense for when I bring in people to do the major demo. So I'm doing a little bit of that now. But yeah, definitely the goal is to get to a point where it just doesn't make sense for me to touch the hammer, man.
Love it, man. Love it. Yeah, it pretty much creates so much work that you just can't handle it. So you're forced to like step away and just hire the right people to do it for you, right?
Well, I mean, not just to hit my capacity on a personal human level, but to plan out a project where it's big enough where it's unreasonable to expect one person to actually move the needle on the project. Every every trade will require a team of trades. Or a team of people acting on that particular trade. And that's how I see it. And there are people that I look up to in my area of investment that they do this and they are successful at it.
So are you looking to kind of grow be a general contractor and grow a construction business, or just kind of
no.
A big enough deal where it requires more people to get involved and just kind of level up to that point?
Definitely the latter. No, I'm not. My goal is not to be a general contractor. There's definitely money in that. There's nothing wrong with it, but no, strictly from an investment point of view.
Thanks.
But by the way, for those of you who don't know, Alex is like, he knows this stuff inside and out. I got to witness him showcase some of his knowledge and skills over the weekend, hopping in and taking over a weekend flipping course and just like educating so many people on what's involved. You even took people to the flip that you were working on and actually did a live, walkthrough of the flip. And I missed some of that, but man, I know if I was just starting out and I was looking for like somebody to work with on a burr project or some kind of conversion, I would definitely feel confident working with you, man. So like kudos to you for just putting in the time and understanding that behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people overlook, right? And that's the value that, you're bringing to the people that are investing with you, right? Sometimes people wonder like, why would I give you this percentage of the deal when I'm bringing the money? I don't know if you guys ever get that before, but a lot of times people may ask that. And depending on what type of project it is, if it's a duplex conversion or, you're talking about the laneway suites and all that stuff, and you have really like dialed that stuff down. So kudos to you, man. Hopefully people listening reach out to you and you can, benefit from what you've invested 100%.
No, I appreciate that, and there's been very good feedback from that this past weekend's, I guess, seminar. Lots of folks have reached out, and I'm happy to collaborate and share what I have learned. I can tell you, Cali, while it appears that I've learned a lot, there's barely scratching the surface on certain things. I think it's important to learn the basics and then work with professionals that will definitely deliver on that result. So from that point of view, even when it comes to the actual construction, yes, I've actually done a lot of it myself. At this point, the goal is to find the right partners out of your power team to make this happen, just kind of knowing what the process is. And, if that's where I can bring value to, then I'm happy to do so.
100%, man. Another, one thing I was thinking of, and maybe this is not the case, but I was watching you present, and I think that for me, I can speak from personal experience, but just doing this weekly live, every Friday at 3 p.m., where we have a chance to kind of let people know what we're up to and just have an unedited conversation. I find it's definitely helped with my comfort level of being like being a voice in front of my phone, in front of a live audience who you sometimes can and sometimes cannot see. So, like, has it helped you at all? Like, I know, you were a few hours taking over that course. So how is this helping? Like, let's talk about that. And I mean, Shawn, you too, man. You could jump in.
I'll briefly address that, and I'll let Shawn just afterwards. But I will say that. So on topics that I'm very confident with, I can definitely talk and I can interact with people or I can answer questions. But as far as doing a presentation, and especially when similar to what I'm doing now on the phone, where I don't necessarily see the audience and whether or not they're engaging, it helps to have that practice. The more you do it, the better off I think it comes off. And sometimes I look back to videos that I've been part of. I'm like, oh, unbelievable. I can't believe I'm doing it that way. So I'm trying to learn a lot from this as well. But it does definitely help, and like that repeated, learning how to say the same thing in like you practicing it, and it'll come off a little bit more comfortable as opposed to what I just did now. But no, it definitely helps to build that confidence. And lastly, one other thing that I will add on, I'm just in the middle of this, and part of me was like, well, maybe I might just not be able to make it. And then the other was like, no, I'm going to make this. This is far more important than a 2-hour or a half-hour delay on whatever the hell I'm doing here right now. So yeah, I think there's high value in doing this.
Yeah, no, I agree too. I mean, and yes, I would like also to congratulate you on the weekend there. I tuned in for a little bit as well, just to kind of show some support, and you definitely know what you're talking about, and I think that's something everybody kind of notices as well. Like, you know what I mean? That and even you and I I've reached out to you before and had these conversations with you as well, right? So, but yeah, like the whole going live thing, I think is great. I think it's definitely gives you confidence even to have other conversations with other people, right? Like with investors and things like that. And I think the presentations and stuff like that is a really good skill to learn as far as going forth with an investment. If you have an investment strategy, even, right? That way you can kind of learn to have that confidence and just kind of talk on your feet and move forward, right? Like I used to be a lot in my head a lot about it too, right? Because you kind of, like you did earlier, you mess up a little bit on your speech, and in your head it sounds a lot worse than it is. If you like rewatch it after, you're just like, oh, well, that wasn't even anything. Like, but you're like, oh crap, I messed up. But it definitely helps going through this. And like, I mean, the more you do it, the better you'll be at it. And I think it's important skill for everyone to learn, for sure.
I'll just give one quick shout out, and I don't know who's watching right now, but not by any means to make it sound like I'm surprised, but I was very pleasantly impressed with Juan's pitch last night. I don't know if you guys saw it, but
Juan Fano.
Juan Fano, shout out to him. That was a fantastic pitch, and it's not just me saying it. To have Ben, Matt, as well as oh boy, I can't remember the guest judge. I apologize. To have all three of them compliment him on that, I thought it was fantastic. It was probably one of the smoothest pitches that have been on the show. So, and I think all three of us have been on it. So I'll just put it out there.
Oh yeah. Well, all three of us have been on the pitch too, and I mean it's that's a different beast all on its own too. You're standing up to 3 or 4 investors and basically pitching your deal and hoping somebody's going to give you some money to do it, right? Like that's a completely different story than just kind of being on here and actually having a conversation with your peers and discussing basically what you're going through in different situations, right? Actually, Daniel Blanc just was mentioning that Juan did a great presentation as well, and Ben Cartwright as well is mentioning the same thing too. So it looks like there's a lot of pitch fans that are on watching us today too. So at least they know what we're talking about. So it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
And it's so the kind of funnier part is that his internet kept cutting out. It happened 2 or 3 times, and like every time Ben would rip into him, it did not faze him one bit, man. Like, he just continued. Like, he played into it a little bit. He laughed at the joke, but then moved on back into his pitch. Like, it did not faze him. Props to you, man. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's good though. I've had a few conversations with him as well. He doesn't get too phased with anything anyways. Doesn't take anything too personally. But yeah, it's like, so what's your next step, Cali? Like, what do you think is the next thing that you're kind of going into with your business and moving along in your investment journey?
Yeah, man. Basically, it's pretty simple. This year, I'm really focusing on the flip game, and I'm just taking advantage of like the up and up in the market, right? So whether it be wholesale, flipping, just more active investing, and a lot of more short-term investments, right? And then with the capital that I'm earning from that, I'm looking for more long-term play holds, right? So either BRRRRs or, I want to get into the multifamily. I don't have a lot of experience in multifamily, so I want to, build on that. So just educating myself on that and spending more time like looking for those opportunities and being ready to like pounce when the right one comes around, right? Mm-hmm. The whole the flyer business is really something that I didn't think was going to be as successful as it is going. So that's something that I'm going to be spending some more energy in as well, because it's just, there's a demand there, and people are able to, save a significant amount. But anyway, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much this year. That's what I'm looking at doing, man. So mostly active. The flyer business is not as active, but that's where I'm at now. And I think if I focus on that, I'll be able to definitely meet my annual targets, right? Nice. So it's just a matter of dialing down on that and making the right connections, working with the right people like yourself, Alex, Brad. I have dealings with all you guys, right? So it's I can't stress it enough. It's the who, not the how, right? And that's what I've been really dialing in on.
Mm-hmm. So like this year, your goals are pretty much just more volume and, a little bit dialing in on your flyer business as well. Yeah. So anybody who's watching that doesn't know already, Cali is doing some awesome flyers. And he's getting them at a decent amount too. So it would serve you well to reach out to Cali if you're interested in doing a direct marketing campaign. So yeah, I think most of us are working with you now too. So definitely reach out to Cali. I like that too. And I mean, those of you that don't know or haven't really had the pleasure of having a conversation with Cali, he's got a very good perspective on a lot of things. And I think he's one of the best idea guys I know. So if you have a chance to kind of reach out and have a conversation with him, I'd definitely do that for sure. Alex,
he may have monopolized the flyer market.
What do you mean? I'm talking about a partner now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good with that.
As long as everybody's getting deals, I'm happy, right? Like it's actually, when somebody comes to me and they're like, "Hey, I sent flyers out and I didn't get any response. I got very little response and no deals," and then they come to me and they do a campaign, and then they're like, "I'm getting calls now," or I got a deal now. I don't think that that I've done magic to make that happen, but it's always nice as like a testimonial to kind of back up, what it is I'm providing, right? And they're saving money on the flyer. So I mean, it's nice to know that you have like a product that's actually bringing value to people, right? And that's what's most important, I think. Then the profits will come. So it's more like, can I provide value? Can I find a solution to a problem? And I think I have found a solution to the problem, or a solution, and it's nice to see that people are benefiting from it as well. So that's humbling.
Amanda Schultz, she was actually the one that asked the question last week about our future goals there. She just mentioned that she wants to connect with you too. So
Oh, okay. One of her future goals. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
So, what about you, Alex? Like, I know you're doing flips as well. Like, but what's like the next step for your business? Would you say, like, where's the future of Alex's business going?
So at this point, like I talked a little bit about the more of the longer term idea of going into multifamilies, but I think there's a lot to be done, and I don't need to be so much geographically restrained in Hamilton, but there's a lot in Hamilton and surrounding area that can be done on duplex slash third unit, additional units or garden suites, whatever they may be called. So at this point, this one is, in my opinion, going to serve as the template that I'd want to grow. So it's going to include hiring. I think I will need to your point about, am I trying to become a general contractor? Not by any means. However, project managing these projects myself. So taking on that general contractor project manager role and then scaling that up will require hires. So I think I'd like to focus short term, let's say within this year, on doing more of these. I'd like to be able to do 5 of these. And it sounds a little bit opportunistic because of the way the market is. They're conversion projects, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to keep them. They could very well be a flip. So you could convert something and flip it for a profit and let another investor take it on as an investment, as a turnkey investment, potentially cash flowing it at that point, or whatever their strategy may be. But there are a lot that sell recently converted projects.
Yeah. So, like in your business model, are you looking for investors, or are you looking for like JV partners, and like, you know what I mean? Because your skill set, I think, would be very valuable to a lot of people, right?
No.
So, as far as all that goes, like, I'm curious, like, what's your strategy moving forward? Are you looking for more like to carry more debt, or are you looking to have some more people just be on your partners with your JVs?
So generally, these are relatively lengthy projects. I think, the ideal, like if I were to describe the ideal scenario, which is sort of where I am right now with this project, but multiplying it, are people that see the value in real estate. They want to take advantage of the low interest rates. They may want to hold on to something. So we'll start off with a 50-50 equity split, and I'm using that very generically as whatever it may be, whatever the percentages may be, but a equity split. They will fund the whole project while I managing. So it's my responsibility to find the deal, and then see it through. And I have an incentive to maintain costs low and make it cash flow. Mm-hmm. And at that point, there's going to be an option to buy out. There's going to be an option to flip, or there's an option to maintain it. And I property manage it as well, whether it's me or I source that out, but I manage that process. So nice. Doing multiples of these, again, will require me to scale up a little bit, but that's all very tangible.
Well, that sounds like a business by itself, right? Especially if you have all those options kind of laid out already. So it's almost a USP for you right there, I think, is like just being that guy. And having those standards, and like if you're able to streamline or have like an offer, because I imagine each one of these offers are probably negotiated based on each investor or whatever, because you mentioned 50-50 is an average, but I imagine there's different ones as well, and situations where they might want to be kept or managed or whatever, like the different exit strategies that you use. Like, is that just all, do you have a process that you've put in place for that? Or is that something that you just negotiate deal by deal?
So to give you an example, it may sound like a very lengthy marriage process, because this will end up being a bit of a marriage. So we'll go on a date and doing a flip. Something like that. That's a starting point. Not that I'm not comfortable, but I think it takes a higher level of confidence to be able to partner with somebody on a 6-month renovation project, as well as a 5-year plan to hold it afterwards. So let's do a flip. Anybody that's interested, maybe we'll do a lipstick flip up front and see how that goes.
Alex is doing plenty of fish for deals here.
Yeah, that's just how I see it, and it's you know, well, a quick lipstick split may very well provide starting capital for that longer project, right?
No, that's awesome. And I mean, it's very true. And I think people need to realize that too. Like, this is a lot of relationship based deals. Like, we all have worked together. Well, we've all worked with Cali anyway. And,
talk about plenty of fish.
It's all based on, like, you build that trust. Like, I mean, I remember I just actually assigned a deal to someone that I had that wasn't really in our circle before.
Somebody that wasn't Cali?
And it wasn't Cali. It wasn't Cali this time. But it was still the same thing. It was like kind of a little bit more of a sketchy process. Like, I mean, and not that the guy did anything wrong. It's just we don't know him yet. So it's like creating that new relationship. So it was almost like you got to start putting them plenty of fish. I think we'll start an app there. I think Matt does a lot of apps nowadays. Let's go call him up and be like, oh, we got a new idea here. Investor app, dating for deals.
Yeah, nice. Shawn, you got a lot going on. You're being, very active in your market, a lot of finding deals, and a lot of what we talk about, it starts with the deal, right? So like, talk to us about what are your plans, man? Like, the world wants to know.
Yeah. Well, my plans right now are just trying to do more, create a business that's basically the entire Atlantic provinces is where I'd like to be here eventually. So unfortunately, as much as I'd love to be the salesman for all of that, that's not necessarily going to work out too well. Same with Alex and, his larger deals. Like, so we're looking at hiring. So if anybody's looking to, do deals here or looking to get into wholesaling or anything like that here on the East Coast, I'd love to talk to you. So reach out. I can always put my information up here as well, so you guys can see where you can get a hold of me. But yeah, right now just looking to build, do a lot of split testing, try to find the best flyers that are working here. Get more deals, build more relationships, and really that's what it's all about. Eventually, I'd like to grow and create a whole other business based around real estate as well. And I'm interested in having those conversations and building those relationships to get there too. So yeah, it's always exciting, always new stuff going on, and always interested in meeting new people and having new conversations about what's possible.
Man, I got a question for you, but just before I ask, earlier you said USP. So anybody who doesn't know, USP is unique selling proposition, right? Unique selling proposition. But back to like what you mentioned there, as far as hiring, man, that's a huge step for any, sole proprietor, self-employed, just business owner, right? I guess you're going from self-employed to business owner. You're making that leap. So now when you talk about hiring people, that's another big, like, we could talk about that for a while as well, right? Ben Cartwright, I'm next to work with you guys. Awesome, man. So like, how do you envision, I know we don't have a lot of time left, but just real high level, can you tell us about your plan to hire? Like, is it hourly? Is it something where you're going to be like commission based? What are you looking for? Are you looking for someone to help you with phone calls? Are you looking for anything in particular, or all of the above? Because I mean, hey, Ben might be sending you his, trying to line up a call with you to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think we're going to be looking for everybody right now. I think that I'll be looking for some salespeople, like people who are serious about doing sales, who have experience already, that are just, killers, that are looking to do deals, close some deals too, right? We probably would be hiring some hourly people as well, depending on their skills. So it would be the less experienced people we might bring on at an hourly wage and kind of see where they're at. but mostly salespeople, because like, I mean, really sales is where it's at if you're looking to make any kind of real money. And, you know, obviously for the right people, we'll be paying them very, very well in order to do that as well. So, but you're right. Like hiring on is a task in itself. Like you got to find people that, that kind of meet, you know, your company's, you know, growth potential and your company's different, you know, culture, right? Like, because we all have our goals, and we have what we expect of our company, and you need people that you know, fit into those molds as well. So, I mean, it's not an easy task all the time, but I mean, it's something that you kind of have to go through in order to build, right?
Man, maybe that's like a topic we can do a cliffhanger for next week, man. Like talk about hiring, because I think all of us are very close to, if not already, you know, like I've done a lot of partnerships, and sometimes the partnerships aren't always 50-50, where there's like, you know, I might be like the more senior partner in the partnership, where I'm kind of like, you know, coaching, mentoring, and all of that, where it could very well be the same as like an employee technician and manager relationship, right? So it's just a matter of yeah, I think there's something to talk about here. Maybe next week we can dial on in this. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, no, that might be good. And it's interesting because I cannot stress the value of sales sufficiently, even, but yet on my end, I see the need of the execution part that takes a lot of time for me to do. And that's where, but yet I still want some skills, maybe either project management. I think might have made mention of either a young grad or a co-op student. So I value those skills as well. And it's in some ways that much more of a daunting of an idea, because those are skills that generally look for like a, you know, permanent position. Like, I don't know. You're going to have you're going to have different challenges across all skills level that you'd be looking to hire.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be an interesting conversation.
I agree.
We can definitely touch on that.
Ben Cartwright here also says it's hard to let go of all the control as well. And I mean, that's also a thing too. It's like, you know, letting go of your ego enough to allow somebody else to do a job that you're probably better at doing.
Does Ben know me?
It sounds like he does. It sounds like it. But I think that's something everybody goes through, right? Like, it's a business. You're building it. It's like your baby. And then you're bringing somebody else in to take care of it. And it's just like, I know my wife, when we're hiring a babysitter, she's 100% sure that they're not going to do a good job as she is, right? Like, it's the same kind of deal in my mind. So, yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head there, Ben. But yeah, we're pretty much right up on time now today. So I guess tune in next week where we're talking about hiring.
I'm actually gonna think about this one before next week, as I feel like it could help me and identify certain things about what I need to do to hire.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good exercise for us too. Dial it in a little bit and see exactly what it is that we're gonna need to do. But yeah, there. You know,
got a week to figure it out.
Comment here. Yeah, so next week we'll be on, you know, talking about hiring. So as always, I'm Shawn Gunther, and I live in Moncton, New Brunswick here. So if you're looking to do any deals here, or if you're looking for, you know, just to chat and kind of discuss the market and anything, really, reach out to me. I'm just going to throw my information up here on the page, and of course it's Shawn Gunther, and my phone number is 506-800-4289, and you can reach me at on Instagram at ShawnTG123. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. You want to go ahead and close out, Callie?
Go ahead, Callie.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. My phone sound changed a little bit. Yeah, so again, thanks for tuning in and listening to us just rant. Hopefully we helped you get some clarity on like what we're up to and how, you know, you could maybe get involved. I'm out of the GTA, but I'm investing, you know, wherever it makes sense. If you want to reach out and, talk to me about some of the deals that I'm working on and listen to some of the deals I'm working on, or if you're looking for, to send some flyers out, I mean, you can reach out to me at Grow with Cali on Instagram. Yeah, this has been an awesome week 5, man. So I'm looking forward to our conversation next week. And thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. So Alex, yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Alexandru Mustața. There you go. Based out of Hamilton, I guess. Yeah, reach out to me for any, renovation projects, duplex conversions, triplex conversions. I'm at, 289-769-8975. And you can I'll drop my email as well, hammercityproperties@gmail.com. And you can always connect with me on Facebook and Instagram there, my full first name, .mustatea. Yeah, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you all next week. And I'm just going to throw on our closing video here, and you guys take care.
We're going live. My man.